it's always the broke niggas.
It's always the brokies.
It's always the broke guys that are
like-
coming too hard.
Why would I move away from a standard that I already
Give yourself.
know and give myself to something lesser than? If you're coming at me and you're coming at me feeling like I'm already too much, the problem is not me. The problem is actually not me, because I'm just minding my business.
I want you to
You're
look
trying to come
within.
and mind my business with me with you. I'm not gonna say broke ass, but it's only
Broke.
giving broke if you're judging. Hi guys, welcome back to Nairobi Sisterhood. My name is Ngina and I'm here with my co-host.
Maya.
Yes, I love how you introduced
Yeah,
yourself this
today I
time.
got you.
Love it.
Obviously because of the topic.
Yes, and we are talking about baby girl lifestyle, what it is, what we think it is, why we promote it in some sense, and in another sense we are like,
What we think is a
side-eye.
no about baby girl lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you wanna start us off? Like, what is the definition of baby girl lifestyle?
So I don't think I can find a specific, like it's not in a dictionary where you can say the dictionary said XYZ, Oxford said baby girl is this. But according to different sources, a baby girl is a girl who wants to live a life without stress. With no
Without
stress.
stress.
Yeah.
Just say it again.
A girl who wants to live a life without stress. That's what
Yeah.
a baby girl is. A baby girl is a girl who also might want to be babied, but also just, no wahala, no struggles. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So what is a baby girl to you?
To me, a baby girl is me. It's Ngina.
Period.
It's
Her.
everything about me. It's not a joke. It's actually not a joke, because I don't want to live life with stress.
That's true.
Because I feel like I fit into that definition. I feel like the people who try to live a baby girl lifestyle, that's what they're trying to embody. Just try and live life as softly as possible, which is what it means to me. No stress. They pick the easiest way to do things, pick the softest way to live life. No struggle, no sweating, just very soft.
Yeah, I
What is
agree.
it to you?
A baby girl is a girl who wants a soft life. A girl who does not want to be struggling economically, socially, physically. Anataka to living like an egg,
Yes.
basically. So you're not stressing about your bills. You're not stressing about, the only thing you're stressed about is maybe the fact that you don't have the latest designer.
Yeah,
You
should I
know?
buy Chanel or Dior?
Like,
Oh my god, I have Balenciaga.
and
they
even
were
if it's
cancelled.
not designer, they have a classy lifestyle.
Yes.
A person who aspires to have a woman who aspires to live a certain lifestyle, whether on their own dime or another person's dime, mostly another person's dime, but even on their dime, fine. But I feel like on their own dime is giving boss girl. It's maybe, how do we say it? I think a baby girl is a girl who gets everything she wants, how she wants it, mostly from a guy.
No.
Not mostly from a guy.
I'm disagreeing.
Okay, according to the content I found online, most of them are saying invest in yourself, do all these things for yourself, but all of them have this intonation of like, you do things for a guy to like you, or I don't know.
I think those are two different things.
Okay.
I think those are two very different things. I think living a baby girl lifestyle, whoever is funding it, that's a whole different
Discussion.
thing altogether.
Okay.
Because you can have a baby girl mindset while still funding it yourself, but
Ooh,
it
I
doesn't
get
mean
that.
you're also funding another person's baby girl lifestyle.
What do you
get?
mean?
Like, me living my lifestyle very softly doesn't mean I'm inviting a man to come with me to live my life with me on my dime
That's
softly.
giving sugar mama.
I'm not on that vibe.
That is sugar mama lifestyle.
Exactly.
So
It means-
mostly it's a mindset the person who is living the life has.
Exactly. It's more a mindset, and it starts, for me, I think it starts with believing that you're worthy and deserving of these things yourself. So even as you're working for them, you're living a life knowing that I deserve to get this good car, I deserve to get this good house, I deserve to, only drink my water in wine glasses. That's believing that you deserve those things, even if you're not there yet.
Yeah.
That's what the lifestyle is about. And then now, inviting people to, I don't want to say this like gold digger style, but when you're allowing people into your life, if they're not serving that lifestyle, then
you let them
not
go
in your life.
I love that. I love that, because if you subscribe to a certain mindset or a certain lifestyle or a certain ideology, anyone who does not match or meet or serve do not need to be in your nini, because they'll disrupt your peace.
Exactly. So there's no need to let someone into your life who thinks that either all of this is too much, it's too bougie, it's too standoffish, because I've had people also call
You know what I like that I don't like?
standoffish.
That thing you're saying for inviting people have this comment of like, oh, someone comes into your life, they find you doing something and they tell you it's too bougie.
Yes.
Bruh.
Like, you met me doing this. And sometimes even they
Did
think
they
that
invite
think
you
it's too
here?
bougie. They're
It's something
usually
so basic.
basic as things.
Just because your basic is not on my level. Oh my god. The fact that I'm from having a conversation with my friend, we were arguing whether Chrome is bottom shelf. I think it is. But that's maybe like a subjective thing.
No, I think it's also bottom shelf.
Yeah, but nasema it's not they can show me, it's a guy, they can show me bottom shelf drinks and that's not it. And I said, you know what, maybe it's subjective.
It is subjective.
Because if that is your standard of a good drink,
if that's not bottom shelf to you, that's okay.
I'm not even coming for
also,
you.
if it's bottom shelf and you're okay with drinking bottom shelf, imagine that's fine.
And don't involve me.
Yeah, for you, it's okay for you. You know? We don't all need to drink the same thing.
That's true.
Enjoy your Chrome, I'll enjoy my cup of tea.
But imagine someone coming for you because they think whatever you've ordered is too
because I went to a
high-end.
restaurant with you and we ordered a bottle instead of tea
It's
or
really
something.
giving you and the wine this thing.
I will definitely do it, and I will do it again and again.
Like when people go to the restaurant and they
Yeah.
order a bottle and you think water is.
And
And
it is.
people spend value people
things.
value different things, and people spend money on different things, and they enjoy spending money on different things. So let people spend money on what they want to spend money on.
What I think also is that the lifestyle is not one thing. It's maybe that day I ordered a bottle with my friend, but the next day I was having a cup of tea with you.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need to be one thing, and it doesn't need to look like how other people make it look like. I was also checking, like, as I was doing this research, that sometimes people make baby girl lifestyle look like what other people will think of you, but it's really not what
It's
other
more
people
about
think of
you.
you. It's what you think of yourself. Because even right now we were talking about taking a Buddha, and you're like, that's, to you, that's struggle life. Me, I'm like,
is.
even with all the money in the world, I'll probably still take a Buddha with all my baby girlness, and I don't really care because we're different.
I get that.
Yeah.
No, the Buddha life.
Umekata.
But maybe it's the things that lead up to the Buddha. Me pandaing a Buddha. Like if I'm pandaing a Buddha because I'm late, that's a convenience thing.
Yeah,
But if I'm pandaing a Buddha because I've checked the price of Buddha and the price of Uber, and I'm like, yeah, Uber's not gonna do it. It's giving struggle.
Okay. I
It's
hear
like
you.
the principle behind why you do the things you do.
Yeah.
If I aspire to give myself to go for mimosas or brunch every Sunday with my girls, honestly, that's baby girl lifestyle, because I
hear
could
you.
be at home drinking uji,
Yeah.
but I've chosen something else.
Yeah.
You know,
I get you.
and the something else costs money, and it doesn't cost small money.
However, like, you see that case you said, you've checked Uber, and Uber is like 600 and a Buddha is 300. As someone who I have the 600 and I could spend the 600 and it would make no difference to me, but I still feel like saving because I am a saver by nature, and that's how I choose to save. You still feel like it would be struggle life. Like, I could still choose to take the car and it would not make any
I don't think
difference
that's
to me.
struggle life. I mean, struggle if it's I don't have the funds.
Oh, like, it makes a difference.
It makes a difference
Yeah.
to my pocket. If it makes a difference to my pocket, then you know what I think of no struggle life is
Yeah.
when you don't check the price tag to things. When you get to a point in your life where it's like whether 1,000 bob is leaving my account or 1 million, hakuna tofauti. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I could care less because I'm making more.
Yeah.
I'm making
Oh, you have
beyond.
more. Yes.
As in, those are small struggles. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about whether a cop is cutting me 42 bob for every transaction and I get an SMS. Does that make sense? Like,
Cop is doing what?
girl, don't even get me started. But then
Okay,
you know what I mean.
yeah.
But the fact that small monies will stop worrying me, I think that's a level of non-struggle I want to get to.
I hear you.
Anyway, so I had a question for you. In what instances in your you've said you identify with the lifestyle and you live the lifestyle? In what ways has it Because were you always like that? And if it wasn't that the case, how has it changed people interacting with you?
Oh, it has not always been like that. I think we know it has not always been like that.
I'll tell the audience.
Tell them it has not always been like that.
Oh, girl, we've been struggling out here. Hey,
I feel like even if you watch our very first episode,
episode 1.
if you watch that first episode on TikTok, because like there's that clip on TikTok, you will see that it has not always been like that.
Forget even the clip. Listen to the audio. We don't have a video for the first episode, but we spoke about lessons in our 20s. And let me tell you, we dropped gems about how we were really in the struggle life.
Very much struggle life. Anyway, no, I have not always been a baby girl. I've not always lived the lifestyle. I actually think it started very recently. Like me identifying as a baby girl.
Me too.
It started maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. How it's changed. You asked me how
it's changed people addressing you, or how it's changed how people move to you.
Okay, first of all, it's changed because I basically just decided that I'm tired. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of people coming at me with lesser than, and me feeling like my standards are not being met, and feeling like I'm allowing people into my life who are making me feel like I'm not worthy of everything that I believe truly that I deserve. So that's how it changed, like just a mindset thing.
Yeah.
And then after the mindset shifted, I started making active choices to do the things that, one, are comfortable for me, to not do things that I feel like I'm struggling at. Like if I don't need to take a matatu, trust.
Oh my God, Ngina is the queen of not taking jobs.
I will not. If I can get there in another way, I will get there in another way. If it means I'm not coming, I'm not coming. And I'm okay because I'm comfortable in my house. There's no struggle happening in my house.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And if in that case, if someone really wants me somewhere, you either avail a means or you leave me alone.
Period.
And now, moving to how other people relate with me. One, I've gotten it's giving gold digger, which if you feel like I'm materialistic, why are you not coming at me with materials? Like you've already looked at me, you've watched me be materialistic,
and then you come with no materials.
With no materials.
You're saying she's a gold digger with no gold.
You're the problem.
With no gold, you need to sit your ass down.
There's no one who's
sorry.
ever called me a gold digger who
ever had money.
Yes.
Oh, it's always the broke niggas.
It's always the brokies.
It's always the broke guys that are coming too hard.
Focus on your own money.
Focus on making the money before you start judging people for their preferences.
Then when you have your money...
you choose poverty. I don't understand.
I don't think anyone chooses poverty.
No, I'm saying they want you to choose from a broke pool just because.
Yeah.
Why would anyone want less for themselves?
It's not
you sat down,
to want less
you've
for yourself.
said, okay, niko na kitanda hapa, and then I can sleep on the floor. Let me sleep on the floor.
Exactly. Like you can have more and then you're choosing to not have more. And also, like where I am with myself, even without other people in being involved in my life, why would I move away from a standard that I already know and give myself to something lesser than? Not that anyone or anything is in a terrible position. Like I'm not trying to judge other people. I'm just saying that it doesn't make sense to me to move from, as you said, from the bed and sleep on the floor. Like if I already don't take jobs, I won't actively move to a lifestyle that means I'm taking jobs a lot. I will try and maintain what I have and grow it.
Yeah.
So if you're coming at me and you're coming at me feeling like I'm already too much, the problem is not me. The problem is actually not me, because I'm just minding my business. You're trying to come and mind my business with me with you. I'm not gonna say broke ass, but it's only giving broke if you're judging. If you come at me the way you are and we just live life, see, even as friends, everyone is in different positions. But we don't judge each other.
Let me tell you, sometimes I think about our friend group and I'm just like, call me broke in another language.
There's be like the BLW people, and then there's also
this friend group. I love my friends though, but hey, lakini, but no, that's the thing. We can coexist.
Yeah, and we do coexist. And no one is judging the other person. And if Maya decides that when she's at the level where she's not gonna take Buddhas because that's struggle life for her, good for her.
Yeah, good for me.
If I still feel like taking Buddhas, good for
life.
me. Like it is what it is.
But don't project your insecurities and your lack of onto others.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing I don't like about that concept. So for me, you've not we'll go back to you. But for me, I've not always been a baby girl. I think I was never a baby girl for a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still a last born, so don't try me. But then, don't try me. But then I wasn't always a baby girl. But the thing that actually the thing that triggered me into the lifestyle or the mood is continuously dating men with 50-50 mindsets. Because I kept on dating guys who, as a babe, you love someone and we're all students, and maybe you're dating someone who's just started life or is also a student and they don't have the means. So you're not going to fault them for not having the means. And then I dated these guys and then I realized I keep pouring into a cup that no one is, like, I'm pouring into
your cup.
Yeah, I'm pouring into a cup, but no one is pouring into my cup. And it wasn't even in a, I don't want you, not that I want to be dined and wined and all these things, and I want a good life. I want to be taken on holidays and all these things. I'm not going to expect that if I can't give that to myself.
Yes.
Sawa. I give that to myself. And then you still want to come into my life. I give that to myself and I give it to you, my brother. Somebody's son. And then you decide
Giving cougar
to not even share your 100 bob with me.
Yeah.
Because why
it's not 50-50 anymore in this case. I feel like it's more like 80-20. The only thing you're there for, like, is they are
benefiting from me, but I'm not benefiting from them. And I got tired. So now I move with the energy of a baby girl that if you're not coming with 100, leave me be. And I'm not talking about effort. I feel like effort should be like
or mutual effort.
Mutual effort. I'm not talking about communicating.
Sharing.
If a girl likes you, she'll call you.
Yes.
Let's believe. Simu yake haijavunjika one side. Atakupigia. It's not just to receive phone calls. We can also call.
Yeah.
So if a girl likes you, she will call you, she'll text you, she'll look you up. She'll make an effort to meet you. She'll create time for you.
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's equal, like you're the one pursuing me only. I'm not talking about effort. I'm talking about
finances.
Yeah. Because if not even finances, effort plus finances, but most of the effort relies on finances.
Yes.
So if like it comes to dates, I cannot be the one suggesting the date, planning the date, and then still paying half on the date.
Paying half on the date, paying for your own transport to the date, and then
that was
paying
me.
half on the date.
All these relationships I've been in, that has been me. And I don't understand. Sometimes when it's my turn to be like, okay, let me teach you, I pay the entire amount, but then every time ni turn yake, like it's his turn, even if he won't pay 100, he'll say he'll pay 70 and he'll be like, top up. That's how. I've dated people and I'm just like,
I would never go back. Like how.
But then that's the thing, you're already in the relationship, you're already in love with this person. It's very difficult to just walk away.
I understand.
Because you're invested.
You've already emotionally invested. Because you didn't start out being a baby girl. So
exactly. And then when you introduce a man to a 50-50 energy, trust me, it's so hard to switch it up whilst in the relationship. So you should just move with their 100.
It can also be unfair to them because they signed up for one version of you. And then all of a sudden you've had the mindset shift.
And then you've evolved.
You're a different person.
So maybe that was the struggle for me.
I understand.
And right now, I just don't mess around. I'm coming to see you. I don't know about the Kutumio affair
I'm not
because I'll show up if I want to see you. But then, drop me home, pick me up, like pay the meal, bare minimum, like
pay the meal.
Nimekwambia kwetu hakuna chakula. I've come here to look at you. You're paying that meal. Nonsense. I don't know. And I think that's bare minimum.
I also think that's bare minimum.
So I introduce people to that energy so that they move like that. Hey, actually, you're there. Me, I touch a door handle. I touch a seat to sit down when you're there. Able pull that seat and push it in.
The thing is that, let me tell you, first year, second year, third year of my life, I was like, why are you opening the door for me? I can do it myself.
Not the independent. Ew. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shout out to the independents, but no. It's not that
good for you.
Not even that. I feel like the problem with, because even I was like that. I don't think I used to say don't open the nini, but I'd be like, no, don't pay, I'll pay. The way we're raised, and then as babes, you know that men will want something in return. So I've been raised to know that men will want something in return just to protect myself. I don't think my parents taught me in a bad way. It was that one for men will really just ask for. They will take. They won't ask. They will take. Yeah. And so don't give them an opportunity. Obviously growing up, I go on dates. I have my money in my pocket in case I shouldn't win a lipa. I don't like embarrassments, and I don't want to owe anyone anything.
I get that.
But now that I'm in my baby girl era, I'm not doing it because whenever you show a man you can, best believe he will believe that you can. He will let you can. I don't want to can anything.
He will
I'll only do it at work
as much as you can. No, here's the thing.
There's a room in place.
I will still show up. Like usually, I will get myself to. Usually,
no, Not the phone call.
Not the ex calling. Like,
Stop.
Sorry.
It's
So
embarrassing.
convenient. Anyway, I will get myself there. Like, if I want to see you, I won't ask for you to pay for my transport to come see you and all. But the fact that you've asked, it would be nice. But the fact that you've asked me to come see you and I've spent all this time and energy to get myself to this restaurant. Also, like, looking good is not free. I want you guys to know that makeup costs money, nails cost money, all these feminine energy things that you guys like when we do, they cost money.
That's
so I will do all these things because also I like them, not for anyone. But I'm showing up as my best self and I will expect you to pay the bill. However, if you don't, I will never sit down and argue with a man about a bill.
Period.
I will not do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm not going to embarrass my mother because I feel like
it's an embarrassment to your parents.
you're embarrassing
surely.
your family. I believe in pay, and if I can't even pay for you. However, by the time I'm stepping out of that restaurant, you're blocked.
You know the funny thing is, you remember there's a time we were having a conversation with our girls about what would you do if you went to a restaurant and the guy refused to pay. And you remember the people were like, I'd pay my share and go. So many of us.
Yeah.
And then you remember me and Nani were like, me, I'd pay just to embarrass you.
Yes.
Honestly, I would. I'd probably pay and even give a tip just to be like,
sorry for the inconvenience.
No, indo inakushinda. Like, I'm sorry, Madharau.
Yeah.
Because why are you wasting my time?
Yeah. Exactly that.
Me, I just don't like disorganized people. Do you know my friend went on a date? Oh my god, she went on this date and this guy said he forgot his wallet. Mind you, she's come from like Mombasa Road to go to Side Zathika Road for this date. Only for the man to say he forgot his wallet after his friend went with his card. Why are you inviting a babe to a club with no?
But there's so many ways of paying that.
I don't know.
feel
He
like
gave
all
an
this is
excuse for the bank thing, like online banking or mobile banking, and then he said no, the card thing didn't work. So I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Hey, it was a bit wild.
Hey, that's a bit.
And imagine she ended up paying. And then he said he'll send her back.
Pay, but you pay.
And I was like, why did you know what she was
police.
thinking? She was like, I wasted my fuel to come all this way for you to waste my time.
Let me tell you one more thing.
I know I felt so bad for someone.
One other thing I don't do in this soft girl era of mine, I don't go out of my way. If the farthest I feel like I'm comfortable getting to from where I live is Westlands, you either meet me in Westlands
or you leave me alone.
Not at all. There's no reason for me to come from Mombasa Road to Thika Road when I know you are the one who lives on Thika Road. So I'm coming out of way to meet. Nothing. There's no
the funny thing is
that's no.
Today I was talking to some guy who asked me out, and then I said, "Is Westlands convenient because it's close to me?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, town works." Then I asked, "Where do you work?" And this man said, "Town."
That's the thing. You see how you guys are being selfish. Even us, that's exactly what you're trying to do. So you wanna.
So me, I leave work. I come all the way to this side. And then I leave this side and then I go back because my day has been set up, you know, from work to the podcast. And then from the podcast, then I have to go back to town. Mind you, I live close to where the podcast is shot.
Yeah.
I go out of my way for you and you can't even go out of your way because you work in town and you want us to meet in town. Yo, brother.
No.
It's giving minimal effort or none at all.
No effort at all. The other thing about what I feel about being in this era, you basically, people like people on the internet and people who believe in the lifestyle, believe that it comes also with a lot of femininity and feminine energy, which also translates to being more of a receiver than a giver. And which means that the people who you're supposed to be attracting and attracted to are people who are more masculine and in their masculine energy. This, not being willing to meet you where it's convenient for you, is not giving masculine energy at all.
Honestly,
it's giving... He's expecting you to do what works for him.
The fact that I had to make the phone call to ask...
That's the other thing.
Me, first of all, the reason why I'm actually supporting BabyGirl and feminine energy content is because women need to know what they should put out and what not to accept.
Yes.
Because if I know, like as a receiver or like as a feminine person that the man will take the lead, I will only want a man who will lead me. So if you're not leading me and you're leading me nowhere, stay away from me. In fact, if you're not even leading...
You're not leading, full stop.
Because even that thing for I have to I'm the one who's requesting we go on the date. I'm the one who's planning the date because fine, I guess that some ladies know more sports than guys. Some ladies know more sports than guys. But also just do your research. Fungua Google.
Personally.
Fungua Instagram. Literally there are people who give I get that women can know.
Like follow me on Instagram.
You know, there are people who give content that is tailored to date sports, food sports, entertainment sports, all these things. And then you want to tell me you've come to me with no effort. Not me dating a guy who was suggesting the same restaurant 3 dates.
Yeah, subsequently the same place.
I was like,
because it worked for him.
At this point, I'm like, are you married? Because you clearly want to hide. Because
there's only one place you're
and then the one time we went to a different spot. No, twice. We went to one different spot because I insisted. I was like, I'm not going there again. Yeah. The guy was saying he doesn't like this restaurant, let's go somewhere else. We went back to the restaurant he wants. The third time, I don't even know I gave this man this many chances. Girls, stop extending grace to these men. They are a waste of your time.
Yeah.
The third time, he chose the restaurant, a different restaurant, and I was so excited because I've never been. Tell me why we're sitting in the dark. Like, the restaurant he chose has 2 sides. He chose the darker side of the restaurant. And I'm like, who are we hiding from? Are you CID? Yeah. Like, do you work for like intelligence service? Because I don't understand. Because I'm a baby girl, I'm beautiful, I'm dressed up, and now you want to sit me in the darkness.
Be sat somewhere in the light where people can be like, wow.
Yeah. Like, are you not proud of the woman you're with? I'm so confused. And if you're not, leave me alone. There are people who are dying to be on my hand.
Yes.
I guess. I beg. They're annoying me, these ones. I'm really annoyed by this. Anyway, another thing about the baby girl energy thing, I had seen... So I was going through most of the content and like what are the features of baby girl. So if you want to join the movement and what we agree or disagree with in this movement.
Yeah.
Is it a movement in quotes or it's a movement for real?
I think it's a lifestyle. Not really a movement. You're not trying to recruit people.
So some of the points are like, for you to be a baby girl, you need to take care of yourself, be a good listener, and learn to have good communication skills. So they usually say things like, women should stop shouting or should, be soft-spoken. I know, soft-spoken. There's one I saw, soft-spoken and soft-hearted. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, now let's get to the things that I don't necessarily agree with the proponents of baby girl lifestyle.
Okay, just before we get to that, the other things are like, be persuasive but not demanding. Like, use your feminine charm to make a guy do what you want, which I think has really worked for our mother's generation. Let me tell you.
Okay, yeah.
Because, to be fair, the men in the older generation are not soft. Those guys are, they are thick in the patriarchy.
Very.
Like, they are masculine.
Yeah, we love our parents.
And the women in their lives have still gotten away with so much. And I'm like, how did you do it? How did you convince,
how did you get him to buy you a car?
How did you convince him to do this? Yes. But they worked in there. Like, this concept of, I was talking to an older lady and she was telling me how, for her, she lets her man lead. And the reason how she lets her man lead is she plants the seed and then he does the work. So, like, she'll be like, I'm imagining myself in a, 2-story house. So she takes the first step. She's like, she'll even find the land. And she'll be like, this would be such a perfect place. And then now the guy, hijikakamuas. Like her husband is there working day and night because, my wife wants us to live in Thome. And you know what I mean? All these things. Yeah. And I was like, wow. So it's like, plant the seed, he'll do the work. If he's really in his masculine energy and if you allow him, like give him a chance. Don't shade men before you've let them do the thing. Like give them a chance. If you want more dates, say, babe, I want more dates. Like, I'd really like this. That's what you give them a bone.
I like about this style of doing things is that you're still communicating, but you're not communicating in a, I said I want this and this. Like, it's not coming from a negative place. You're really just sharing what you want and allowing the person to, whether they're going to move with what you want or not, and then judging after that. And not like, but you never even take me out on dates, but this man has never, like, okay, not the date thing, but you've never taken me to watch a play, but this man doesn't even know that you like plays. Like, so, let the man know. Yeah. Like, and let me tell you, if you communicate with a guy and he doesn't make the effort, he just doesn't like you enough. He's showing you something.
Like, read the room. Yeah. Sweetie, you're in love alone. I'm telling you because I'm talking to myself. Have I not been there? To a point where I'm literally saying, this is what I want for my birthday,
Yeah.
XYZ. And this guy was like, Dash. Like, he didn't say no. He pretended
Just didn't
he
do
was
it.
into it. And then the day before or a few days before, he was just like, yeah, we're not going.
I'd be so heartbroken.
And then on the day of the birthday, Monday,
I'm
I
so
showed up and I still had to
sorry.
pay for my own meal. And I'm
Yeah, I
thinking,
saw that.
why am I here? You need to wake up and smell like, oh, not my friend calling me Juicy to tell me how Habu, she does shopping because her boyfriend's house never has food. And she doesn't want to go to his house and stuff.
Of course.
So she's always doing shopping when she goes to his house. I said, pardon? A grown man.
Why does it? Okay,
A person above 18 with an ID.
I live alone and I understand that sometimes there's no food in the house. However,
This is not sometimes.
If my friend is coming over, I will make an effort. Even if so long as it's not just me, I know there's someone else there. For the purposes of being an
good
appropriate host. I don't even need to be the best. I know I'm not the best host.
You just need to be a host.
But I know that if you need to cook, there will be food to be cooked and there will be some food to eat.
Okay.
And there will be enough for you to have like a cup of tea and some cookies. Like, it's not nothing. So if I am your girlfriend constantly showing up to an empty house that I have to buy groceries for you, like, I'm not only buying groceries for myself.
She's doing shopping. She's carrying rice.
In this economy.
She's like, I like a
sis.
certain type of rice. So she carries the rice. She carries cooking oil because the number of times she's gone to his house and he doesn't have cooking oil. I was so confused. I said, baby girl, you need to find your masculine
better.
energy.
Do better.
You need to be in a place where you can receive. And if this man is not willing to meet you where you are,
That's
need
exactly.
to-
You see what you said, that he doesn't like you enough. Because
He
I feel
doesn't
like
like
it's
you
not
enough.
even. It doesn't have anything to do with masculinity. It's just a matter of
a guy who
common
likes you will make an
decency.
effort.
Someone who likes another person, hata kama ni kidogo,
Yeah.
will make some effort. If you can make effort for your friends,
You can make
effort for your girl.
Ooh, that's you said that, and I've remembered dating someone who, and yes, streets have humbled me. Who would choose his friends over and over me. Like, he'd rather hang out with his friends or have us hang out with his friends than just hang out one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
And I remember thinking, God forbid I did a man like that now. And now I think, when I tell you, being a baby girl has changed the way women move to me. I even love it when I say I'm a baby girl and the men in my life acknowledge it and they're like, yeah. The typical, like, the whole, there's this guy who was like, oh no, you're having a bad day, let me come take you home. I don't think you should be in a matatu. And I'm like, wow. Wow. This is how you guys have been living out here.
Yes.
Being
Let me
loved
tell
and
you, for the
provoked for no
longest-
reason. Like, this guy,
Yeah.
we weren't even dating.
Just
Just
for-
because he's just like, why are you struggling? Like, you're too, it's really there.
No. I feel like for the longest time I was watching your life and I was like, you did what? He did what?
I
You did
know.
what?
I know.
You paid for what?
I know. And then now, that guy, this guy is actually the one who led me into my soft girl era because he loved me unprovoked.
Yeah.
You know the way someone can do things for you and you're like, I don't. We're not even going anywhere. We're not even dating, but you're just treating me nicely. Like, people are treated like this for free.
Imagine.
They're not even sleeping with you and they're being treated like this. Like, wow.
I feel like even how my male friends treat me, like,
Wow.
they still open the door for me and there's nothing going
that's
on.
true.
Like, just because they're gentlemen and I'm a lady.
Wow.
And also even how we act
Treat
with
each other.
with each other. I will never ask you to scoot in a car.
Ooh,
We don't
that
do that
one.
here.
Mimi kwanza,
We
the thing
don't
I
do
don't
that
like
here.
is we're pending a cab and then you're like, move. Where am I going? Ingia na hiyo mlango ingine.
Yeah, go-
And then I
go
don't
out,
understand why
open
I'm
the
touching
door.
a car door handle with you there. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, when I'm with a guy, my hands are not working.
Let me tell you
Niko hivi.
another thing I don't do with when there are guys around. I don't care whether you are my dad, I don't open bottles, like a bottle of water.
Me, I don't even have my
try.
drink.
I was like, open.
Yeah.
I don't.
Because why are we struggling?
It's giving struggle.
Ooh, but you know what that is in the movement? I was watching some content about baby girling, and one of the features is to be demure.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's definitely, I'm a
Yes.
child. And you know how nice it is to not know something and the first person to come to your head is the guy who's in your life who you want to solve that problem.
Yes.
Like, I love when men have solutions. Like, I want to
It's so
tell you something.
attractive.
Yeah, I want to tell you something and I want my girls to be the listeners. I want you to also listen but be like, okay, babe, have you thought of doing this? Sometimes, and I think a man in his masculine energy automatically thinks in,
The solutions.
he's solution oriented.
I mean, he's still going to
can't even
acknowledge
speak
your feelings.
oriented.
Sorry. He's still going to acknowledge your feelings and stuff, but definitely
You
he's
tell
also
someone
going
your
to be
problem.
like,
Me, there's a time I was complaining about something financial and the things I needed to do because I needed money for something. The guy just said, I think you need to do this. I mean, no, he didn't say you need to do this. He said, have you considered doing this? Because it might be a cost, but it'll be an asset that you can use to do this other thing. And I was like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. Let me do that. It's like, wow.
solution.
Daddy. Oops.
Okay. Now, can I go to the things that we criticize about the lifestyle and the movement? Let me set us off, because I think there are definitely some things I have seen that I'm just like, when we are telling women to be softer, all these things that we are trying to do, can we focus on it being for us and not being for men?
That one.
That's the part that I'm just like, not everything has to be about men. Not everything has to be about attracting a man. Can you not just be soft because you enjoy being soft?
Yeah.
Be demure because it's serving you. Not do things that are making you struggle because you don't want to do them for yourself.
Yeah.
And in the case where something is technically, from outside perspective, not giving feminine energy, but you enjoy doing it,
still do it.
Fuck what people think. Like, still do it.
I agree.
Because I've also seen the people who, like, the babes who like driving, and then the babes who are passenger princesses throughout. If you like driving, drive.
Maybe because I'm a passenger princess.
I know, same.
Okay.
I mean, I still like the motorsports industry, but still, do what you like to do, even if it doesn't necessarily fit into other people's definition of the lifestyle. Yeah, I think these are the women telling women what to do in a critical manner is not it.
Okay, I agree, because some of the problem with I agree with you. But where you, what is it? Where they tell you to be a certain type of, like, women shouldn't maybe dress in certain colors because they'll make you more attractive, or be soft spoken. And I'm just like, I hear you, and I'm not saying you don't be soft spoken. You can still put out your point with being respectful.
Yes,
you can always communicate in a certain way, in a way that will be received, and you'll get what you want. But if you're not that person, you're not that person. It's okay for you to be ambitious. It's okay for you to be aggressive. It's okay for you to go after your dreams. One of the things I think people have mistaken in the movement is they say invest in yourself.
Yes.
When they say invest in yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to be material.
Yes.
It can be in the type of job you do.
Yeah.
It can be in your career.
It
can be in your friendship. Make yourself an asset in yourself. Like, it's not just your physical appearance.
As like your mind, read, go to school.
Exactly.
If you're pursuing a degree, finish your degree, etc. All these things that are positive for you. It doesn't necessarily mean wearing the most expensive clothes.
It doesn't mean be a trophy wife.
No.
I mean, you could be, and it's fine if that's what you want.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that all of us are destined to be stay-at-home moms, destined to be trophy wives. You can be you can be soft, but and still have goals. You can still have dreams.
I am extremely ambitious, but I am also soft. Like, those things can exist simultaneously.
They don't have to be one replaced by the other.
Yeah. I can be a millionaire from my own business, like, not handouts, and still be soft and feminine and all these things that make me a baby girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to reframe, or
how it's communicated. It's not always positive.
Not even that. Define what femininity means for you. There's not one way to be feminine. Nurturing, and it comes easily to you.
Yeah.
By all means, nurture. If it's, it's all about tuning into what works for you and what is natural to you.
Yes.
And using your femininity to better yourself, like to get ahead. Because in this society, every time I argue with someone, I'm not gonna, not every day is combat, not every day is conflict.
You're having to be defensive.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't need to be fighting. You just need to carry yourself in a certain way, and the doors you think are closed will open. Weirdly enough.
That's true.
And people are so much nicer to women in their feminine energy, if we're being quite honest.
I think also it makes other people more comfortable around you.
Yeah.
It's also how people feel. If you're not constantly fighting people, I'll be more comfortable with you because I know you're not fighting me. I know you're not fighting my goals and my ambitions. If I am a guy, if I'm trying to approach you, I'll be more comfortable with you because I already feel like
You get me.
you're warm, so to say. Although I don't feel the need to be warm to everyone. Don't come to me and tell me to smile.
Ooh, that one triggers me
smile
every
more.
time.
No,
That one triggers me every day.
Let people be also. Yeah, so I get you how being feminine makes you more approachable. So if you care to be more approachable, that's one way to go about it. It's also okay if you don't care to be approachable. Like, you can just live your life how it works out for you.
Do what's best for you.
Yeah, do what's best for you. At the end of the day.
Another criticism of the movement, tying to that thing for getting men. Can we just do baby girling for ourselves? Because this baby girl, how to attract a high value man? You do realize as a woman you'll attract anything. If you're being quite honest,
everyone.
whether when we were baby girls and we weren't baby girls, we were still attracting men. The difference is
The time.
no, not even that. Is that because we are now, it's who we allow. That thing for you can attract anything, but you don't entertain anything.
I agree. Because you will attract everyone. And even now, I feel like you probably even attract more people who are not of your lifestyle. Because it's generally very alluring for everyone.
Yeah.
So you attract more of them, but you're the one who's going to decide that, no, if this doesn't meet my standards, if this person is not meeting my standards, I won't let them into my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Where? Because I think we need to divorce ourselves from this content for things we do for men. That thing is triggering. It's triggering. It's taking feminism 10 steps back.
Yeah, we are back in the 50s.
Yeah.
We are back in the 50s.
And it's not to say that it's a bad thing. Because I know a lot of stay-at-home moms get criticized for being stay-at-home moms in this era that people are career women. We're not saying one or the other is better. We're just saying you pick the one that works for you, but don't judge the other side harshly and don't do everything to center your life upon a man.
Another person.
Hey. Yo. There's another. What else do I want to? There's something else.
We wanted actually to watch.
Ooh.
We wanted to react to a few videos. So as we're winding up, let me show you mine and then you can show me yours.
Okay.
So that's what they said.
I think it's like everyone understanding that we all have different priorities, and like working is just, it's not my top priority. It's never going to be.
Okay, clearly the babes in that video that we've just watched, she's all dressed like she has an Hermes bag. I don't know if I said that right.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Don't involve me.
You said not yet.
I've not reached that level of baby girl lifestyle.
Okay.
I'm working my way up.
She has an Hermes bag. She has the shades, the fur coat. She said working is not for her.
Period.
And I think it's okay. I think it's okay if you want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
If you want your baby girl lifestyle to be funded by someone else and that's the way you're going to go about it, I think that's fine. I know people who will call it
gold digging.
Not even gold digging, prostitution.
Ooh, not the prostitution. Prostitution entered the chat. Okay. That's the difference between baby girling stroke feminine energy and prostitution. I think, from my understanding, prostitution is selling coochie for money. Selling rose coco
Sex
for money. It's an outright transaction between a man and a woman, or a man and whoever. At this point, there are so many genders. Let's
go down that road.
Selling
Happy Pride
their
Month.
Private parts
for
money. And I respect the hustle. I might not agree with it, but I respect it. Do you, boo? And I hope you're safe while you're doing it. Stay safe. Baby girling is different because you are who you are. You're presenting a certain type of lifestyle that you prefer, and this man moves to you knowing that this is what they bring to the table and this is what you're offering.
Yes.
You're a recipient.
I think
branded baby girl.
I think baby girlism also comes with understanding your own value and knowing that even if I don't I want to be funded, like I want this lifestyle to be funded, it's because this and this is what I know I bring to the table. Like as Nkina, I know I am a nurturing person. I know I will add interesting ideas to your life and I will help you grow whatever business you're growing. As much as you're giving me money and all these things, I'm not just a pretty face. I am also a pretty face, but I'm not just a pretty face.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you know what you're bringing to the table and you know your worth and you demand what is worth your time.
And this is not prostitution. And I don't know if it's gold digging or not.
I don't even think
I don't know.
there's
Maybe, but
No,
I also
I
don't
feel
have a
like
problem
gold
with it if
digging.
it is.
Gold digging would be more like. I think this is hypergamy.
Vast.
I think soft life and baby girl life is
It's
hypergamy.
Yeah, because you're not. I think gold digging
Because
is
you're
usually
choosing
more like,
people of a certain
what
value.
I think is gold digging is more you're already not living the lifestyle that you want, but you're going to look for someone to help you elevate your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like you haven't elevated yourself yet. Someone is not meeting you knowing what you want.
Yeah.
You're waiting for someone, or you're looking
get
for
you out
someone
of
to get you
poverty.
out of poverty, to get you out of lower middle class to upper middle class
Yeah.
or whatever. That's what I believe it is. I also think that if that's what you're trying to do,
Do you boo?
do you?
But
Yeah.
soft life, I don't think is that. It's
not.
you're already giving yourself a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
You're taking yourself for those trips. You're loving yourself. You're doing all these things. You know that expecting. You're doing all these things, and when you meet someone, you're expecting them to do them for you also.
Yeah.
Like to meet you where you're at. Okay, speaking about this, do you think it's hypocrisy for women to want men with cars and certain cars when they don't have cars themselves? No, because this is a big, like I've noticed it a lot with even some of the people I know. When people I consider my friends also, and I hear them speak, and I'm usually like, I don't want to be critical. I don't want. This is probably one of the criticisms. I don't understand, because I'm like, why are you holding this man? It's fine to hold him to a high standard, but a higher standard than you can meet yourself. I'm like, I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
I am of the mindset of, yeah, it's a double standard.
And men complain about this a lot, and that's the one
hypocritical.
thing they hate about the baby girl thing.
Yeah.
They're usually like, you want me to take you to Kempinski, you've never kanyaga to Kempinski.
Yes, I see how that is
you get like
problematic.
you want me to take you to Naivasha. You've never been to Naivasha. Why am I taking you to taking you to a place you've never been?
Yeah, that if
You
I never
go
took
first.
you, probably you'd never
You'd
able
never
to
even
go.
enter that hotel or that room or that. You'd never be in those events if
Yeah.
it wasn't for him. So it's like, side eye.
I think you should at least attempt, so that you're not being found at nowhere. Even as you're saying, I would prefer a guy with a Range Rover. You have a BMW yourself, so you can expect someone to have more than you,
Yeah.
but you need to be somewhere yourself. Like, I think expecting them to be driving a better car than you, expecting them to be driving when you're not driving, is not necessarily
A bad thing.
a bad thing.
If you're
But
doing the best
can't-
you can in the state
Yes,
you're in.
exactly. You can't
If you're
be over
making
there
the maximum money
doing
you can
nothing.
make in the
Yes.
state you're in,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
okay for you
Yes.
to be like, I expect more from you.
Because the reason why I would also move to someone who has more and would expect them to have more is because I know I'm a very ambitious person.
Yeah.
I know in the next 2 months I'm not going to be where I am.
Yeah.
In the next 1-2 years I'm not going to be where I am.
Yeah.
So I can't. If we are at the same level, it means in 2 months I will be.
Nitakuwa nimekupita by far.
It's not.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
feel like it's not adding value to me.
Okay. I hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear that.
So
That's
I
fine.
get where the criticism would come from, but I'm also like, I understand it to an extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my
your
video, my video is long though.
It's fine.
Okay.
I knew it would be her.
You know, I had a feeling you'd pick this one.
I also have one for her, but I
Okay, so obviously this is Toke. She's the same person for yours.
Sprinkle.
Okay, let's start.
You are at the top of all the levels. You're a baby girl, you know. Men just want to do things for you. Men just like you. Men just want to just spend their life savings on you, and they just want to die for you. If a man has not tried to die for you before, you cannot be a baby girl, you know. And while the man is dying, you got to be looking at the man, saying, I want to go to London. No, baby girl does not like London. Baby girl likes Dubai, you know. All those girls that like to go to Dubai all the time. You know, she just likes to go to Dubai, sit in first class, just chill, just act like that's how she lives normally. It's a baby girl lifestyle. When they appear, they have to look very flashy from their head to their toe. You know, they have to pop, like my highlighter is popping. You know, baby girl is popping. The baby girl lifestyle is pimping 247. You're popping. Guys just see you and just do everything for you. Like, you have to pop. You don't talk too much, oh. When you meet somebody as a baby girl, as the person is still talking to you, you're calculating, what can this one do for me? You cannot be friends with fine girls because you are the only fine girl. as a baby girl, all your friends have to be ugly. If they are fine, then they are trying to steal markets from you. So you alone have to be the most beautiful of the gang. So that when people go somewhere, they say that's a baby girl. I like watches. I like to go for Grand Prix. I don't know anything about the game, but rich people only go to where rich people go. Like if you want to upgrade your lifestyle to a baby girl lifestyle, you cannot be, doing some things that you normally do. That's not gonna work. A baby girl does not have time for broke. Oh, hey, broke is stains. They are poor. Hey, I reject it. You are broke. Hey, stay far. Hey. With that, I don't have money. That's the end of the conversation. Like, what do you want me to be discussing with you? I'm a baby girl. I live a baby girl lifestyle. A kept lifestyle. I don't have problems, though. Problem. That happens to normal people. They say money cannot make you happy. I say they have not met baby girl. Baby girl is always happy when she gets the credit alert. Today, baby girl just wanted you to meet her so that she can just tell you that sometimes all the things this topic girl is always talking about, just trying to tell you the independence, trying to tell you all these things. We help, become a baby girl like me.
Okay, let's start from the top.
I don't know about becoming a baby girl like her.
It's giving prostitution.
It's I don't know what that's it's giving gold digging. Maybe not prostitution,
Okay.
but maybe also low-key prostitution. Do you, boo? Whatever works for you.
So in the video, she discusses, let me just say some points and then we start.
Yes.
She talks about how if a man is dying and you're a baby girl, you do nothing but wait for him to die at the beginning of the video. But okay, it's not your struggle. If a man walks up to you and he's broke, you don't involve yourself because you know that's not for you. She talks about how you should be the hottest girl in your friend group because you can't have hot friends because they'll steal your market. It's a bit chaotic. What else did she say? Oh, and they look flashy and they look good. Like baby girls shine from afar. That's it. Okay.
Comments. I agree with shine. Like look good as often as you can. Don't pressure yourself though, but I personally don't. I try to never leave the house not feeling my best, which includes looking my best.
Yeah.
So if I feel like something is off, and even it's just that right now my nails are on a break, but my nails are always done. Like there are things that are standard for me because I feel like that's how I exude my baby girlness more.
Yeah.
So look your best as often as you can.
And your best doesn't need to cost an arm and a leg. I know people who look banging.
Let me tell you,
in
budget
affordable.
wear is my friend. Budget wear is my friend. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think I don't shop in expensive places. Because
budget wear. People are looking amazing in thrift.
Yeah, budget wear is thrift.
Oh.
Budget wear is a place.
I know.
Oh.
But budget wear is like thrift but in a store.
Okay, yeah, but you can do thrift for Gikomba and do the
It
whole
still
walk,
look
walk,
good.
like clothes for 20 bob. Legit, I think this top was 20 bob. But you're not even gonna have that conversation right now because you can't tell.
Just look good.
Just look good.
Whatever
On whatever
good-
budget you're on, try and look your best.
You don't need to break bank to look good.
Yes. Yeah. They're your friends. You're not competing with your friends. Can we not do that? Can we not try?
That's the one statement in this video I was so done with.
Yeah. One, your friends can look amazing. You should always think you should appreciate how your friends look.
Yeah.
I think all my friends are very attractive and they're very
Period.
beautiful and I love them. I don't think we're competing for the same men. Firstly, because we have
We don't
different
even share
tastes.
types. But even if we did,
yeah.
you looking good doesn't take away from me looking good.
Exactly. And
It's not a competition on who's hotter.
Yeah.
We're just beautiful people.
Yeah.
Period.
And if someone is approaching us and decides to talk to Maya and not me, I feel absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
'Cause
we move.
It takes nothing away from me.
Yeah.
And you winning is me winning. There's no life where you will be meeting someone who you love and is caring and is doting on you where I feel some type of way.
Which is
I will be
weird. If you
loving
feel some
it.
type of
I
way
will be
about your
loving
friends
it.
winning, you're not a true friend.
It's
You're not
very-
genuine. That's not a genuine relationship and it shouldn't be anywhere near you.
Yeah, I think as women, we thrive when we surround ourselves with other women. We thrive when we surround ourselves with women who love us and who are like us.
And who are winning.
So that part I definitely do not
Disagree.
agree with
Me too.
at all.
Me too.
The other thing for do nothing.
Yo.
Okay, me, I'm really good at doing nothing when I when it comes to
Do
some
your best.
things.
Do your best.
Part of evading the struggle life means doing nothing, especially when it comes to like mechanical things. I am a lot around like bikes and cars.
Yeah.
Trust. I used to do a lot of mechanical things before. Now, I don't.
But do people even expect you to?
No, that's the thing. Maybe they used to at some point. That time when I was doing them, they used to expect me to. Right now,
you're like, Z.
the only thing I will do is I will help another girl in the sport. Like if they need any help, like physically. Another babes. A guy,
Kila
you
mtu
got
hapa ni
this.
mwanaume.
You got this. Not me.
Do you know, I think if you show a guy that you can, he will let you can.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I have a problematic take.
Wait.
Oh, finish the video, sorry.
Yeah. So that in that sense, but if someone genuinely needs your help and is dying,
I think you need to help them.
Yeah.
The human, I don't think it's about femininity or masculinity. You're a human being, help
Exactly.
someone. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, I
That's
will help
weird.
life death situations where someone could be hurt or can be hurt.
Yeah.
I will do something. If it's none of those things, count me out.
I hear you.
The only other place that I am not a baby girl is in the gym. Outside there, because that is the only place I will allow myself to physically exert myself.
You're doing better than me. I tell you, I'm not going.
And that's okay. And that's fine. And also that for me is part of the lifestyle because it means looking my best and feeling my best.
Okay, which is fine. Yeah, so gym is also part of soft life. I mean,
me,
baby
yes.
girl life.
Yes.
I get that.
So you were saying, problematic take, tell me.
No, I just realized you might get cancelled. But why not?
Okay, save, see to edit if it's that
Okay.
bad.
So my problematic take is, you remember me saying that I think men will let you do things just because you've shown that you can.
That you can, yeah.
I think that most of the men who are in their feminine energy, like men who don't come in and try to take care of women, are mostly men who've been raised by strong, independent women.
I don't know if I agree.
The reason I'm saying that is, in my experience, when you're raised by a strong, independent woman, you know that they can. You've seen your mother put you through everything. Me, I believe 100% that women can do anything under the sun.
Yes, we can.
But as a guy, I think with the reflection of maybe an independent woman in your life as your mother, and maybe no father figure in the room, you can tend to move with the energy that she's got this. Every woman around you. And it's like you believe women have got this, which is a good thing. It's an admirable thing because then you actually
treat
have
women
faith and believe us and you treat us as equals.
As humans, yeah.
And as human beings. But the disadvantage and the disservice is then you never take
To your
charge.
partner,
To your
especially.
partner is you don't take charge. Because then you're so used to her being able to do it that you're like, see, she's got this.
Okay.
But you see, if you're in a relationship and you're the guy, and maybe even not because you're the guy, but because you're meeting her where she is, you should be able to make her life. You should want to make her life easier.
Then in that case, I don't know if it's a being raised by strong women thing, because we know someone who was raised by a single woman and they are very much in their masculine energy, not just even with their partner, with all the women around him.
But don't you feel like the reason why he's like that is
It's because of all the women around him and how
because all the women around him have complained about all the things that men are not doing. Have we not told him all the struggles we've been through in the streets? You know what I mean?
No, I feel like even before that, he's very much like showing up solutions, doing the best to like make your life.
Maybe
as
that's
easy as
just
possible.
him because me the people I've met.
I agree. I think it's just him as a person.
Yeah.
But also that shows that this can be taught. It's not something that you can learn it and unlearn it.
Yeah.
So if you've been raised in a situation where you just think she can, and you're treating every woman in that mindset, meaning you're not showing up as a leader in your relationships, you can unlearn that behavior. You can learn to be like, okay, yes, she can, but she doesn't have to because I'm also here
for her.
Yeah.
And I'm showing up for her in this
Exactly.
ways. And you find ways to show up for her.
Yes.
Not just to be content that she's already there.
It gives me big ick that she can. I know, but I don't want to.
Do you know someone was also telling me how the fact that, you see that thing I was complaining how I don't like certain household things. Like I don't want to be the one calling a fundi to my house. If we're being quite honest, because I have been there and I am tired. And fundis treat me so badly. Like every time when I call the fundi to come fix something, fundi is like a handyman to come fix something at my house. first of all, they're not in a hurry, and then they exaggerate prices because they know I don't know the prices of things just because I'm a babe. But if a guy called them, they wouldn't have that energy. They'd actually, one, maybe show up. Two, they wouldn't treat them badly, or they wouldn't speak to them anyhow. And I'm like, now I have to be bitchy just to get service done, and I don't like that.
It's not it.
I don't like that. So when I say I can't wait to get a boyfriend or like a husband to do these things for me, some guy texted me and he was like, why should your partner get a child for a girlfriend? And I said, I don't understand, because I think you're committed to misunderstanding me.
Okay, the other thing is also like, you are allowed to be like, I want my woman to cook for me and clean for me,
because that's what you want.
We said, when we say we want someone who can call the fundi and
It's an
repair
issue.
the tap, and it's a problem. I think it's okay to want someone who cooks for you and cleans for you. You just don't need to impose that on everyone. It's okay for you to want someone who takes care of the things in the house. You just don't need to impose that on everyone. And you saying that is not imposing it. You're just stating your preference. So people should leave you be.
Me in my head, I was just like, what is you I'm asking?
I've not asked you. Even this one's
I was just posting how I was annoyed about fixing a light, or I was posting how I was annoyed about calling a fundi, and now you're in my neck about how my husband will have a disservice.
And basically attract people who are in your mindset. Like, allow people who are in your mindset to come into your life.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I think that feminine energy, femininity movement, soft girl, baby girl lifestyle is where it's at, if I'm being quite honest. But I think you should also do what works for you, and you're done to define what femininity is. Frame it, find out why you don't identify with it. If maybe it's a trauma, maybe it's something that has made you be that person, because maybe it's not natural that you're that way. Maybe just look within, self-introspect. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please comment on your views and takes on femininity and baby girl lifestyle down below in the comments. You can find us on all social media platforms, and also on podcast platforms. There's Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, and Castbox, and several others.
All of them. And subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube, wherever it is you're watching us or listening to us from. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. It really helps us a lot.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.